And this is the Sudanese genocide. I mean, I don't see anybody else calling it that, but I figured I might as well call it that because it is a massacre upon a massacre when it comes to the RFS. RSF, that's what it is, doing all this slaughtering. So let's take a look here. This comes.
Let's rank these people blindly.
So this is a video from a user on Instagram. His name is Modathir Zaina Zaina Lab Zaina Alabdin. Yeah, there's his username. And yeah, so I couldn't really find too many people talking about what was going on in Sudan directly that are like Sudanese and whatnot that have connections to the charity groups that are going on out there where they're giving aid to the Sudanese people, because right now the RSF has blocked off all entry of aid into the Darfur, I think is like the region. We're gonna get more into these details in these videos. It'll refresh my memory. But so there is a region in Sudan where people are basically being caged in like animals, much like Gaza. It's pretty much like a mirror image, similar thing. So this is this guy right here, his username that you see. He it has connections to a charity that is working in there, and we're gonna mention what that charity is here in the coming slides.
Let's rank these people blindly and hopefully we won't be offensive. But first, if you care about Sudanese people and you're willing to help, please consider saving a Lina. Donate to them however you can. They are providing meal and healthcare assistance for Sudanese people inside.
Oh, whoa. One button and it's all gone.
Sudan and also in the refugees camps in Adri. This initiative is a grassroots initiative and held and operated by Sudanese people. And do not think of any amount of money as very little or not enough. Believe me, every single penny counts, and it's around paycheck time. So if you've got a couple of coins to spare, I'll tag the accounts here somewhere. You know where to find them and to donate. So do that. And also, thank you for keeping your eyes on Sudan. It's catered. Actually, I don't mind. Y'all in my top four. And I wish I had better knees. I would have joined y'all. Punk. Well, somewhere in the middle. Y'all get a lot of negative stereotypes, but how is that hygiene though? Cowboys. Y'all are gonna build the wall, y'all.
Okay. So, yeah, he did a little activity in the video, but we don't need to stick around for that. So, the charity he mentions is actually the website for it is Hope and Haven for Refugees. Let me turn the come on. Oh, okay. Glitch. Okay. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Yeah. There you go. There you can see it. You can see it. Hope and Haven for Refugees.org. It's called Al something. What did he call it? Because the captions did not read what he said properly. I'm trying to remember. Aldana? Something like that. Alright.
And healthcare assistance for Sudanese people inside Sudan and also in the
let's take a look
camps
at
in Adri. This initiative.
oh, another oopsie, man. I'm just full of them today. So this is this slide is titled Sudanese Genocide by RSF backed by UAE death toll. So the death toll has been getting pretty high when it comes to this topic. And it says here, I've read some reports a year ago about would lead to the world's biggest genocide. Okay. I've read some reports a year ago about how the war in Sudan could lead to the world's biggest genocide in recent times, exceeding Rwanda, and no, it doesn't look far from reality. A whole village was wiped out yesterday and nobody but an eyelash, my whole country, could. So this is from roughly a week or two ago when they reported on this. Oh man.
In a single village in Jazeera State, Central Sudan, more than 500 people have been killed. The RSF have
Let's rank these people blindly.
Well, I have the numbers here because I made a mistake, but the numbers are pretty high. Okay. Wow.
In a single village in Jazeera State, Central Sudan, more than 500 people have been killed. The RSF have lined up the men of the village and killed each one of them. Bodies are scattered in the street. The women of the village are now killing themselves. Up to 100, we've been hearing reports of 100 women committing suicide just so they could protect themselves from the RSF, sexual violence and sexual terrorism. For an entire week, the RSF have been committing a lot of massacres and genocides all over Jazeera State. They have lined up children and shot them at their heads. They have killed patients in hospitals. They have killed people with disabilities, actually slaughtered people with disabilities, all because an RSF commander has surrendered to the army. Central Sudan, Al Jazeera is bleeding. SOS.
Dubai, get your filthy hands off Sudan, is what it says there. So, yeah. You'll have to excuse me, like, the details aren't very good on this. I wasn't able to, for whatever reason, put these all properly in order, so I don't know how many of these slides are just not going to be in order to the point where I'm not going to be able to read the information, but we're going to just read as much information as we can. So, this is the survivors of the RSF massacre, directly from their perspective, what they have to say about everything that's going on out there. And this comes from Wear the Peace on Instagram. وبعدك بيجروني من لحيته المسدس ياباني زوجتي صرخت ضربونا ما بعيد جو شالوا العربيتين وشالوا الموتر وبعدك جو لعرضي بدك الزرافه دي لازم نتزوجها وبكره لو ما جبتها لنا في الاتكال موت طوالي وانا هربت بالليل ببيتي الانتهاكات ضد المواطن عملوها من السنه كله 4 انفار حطوهم كده دار الصفون قاموا في اثنين قالوا احنا عندنا قروش ده اخوي قال له خلاص تعالوا باقيين الاثنين دول صفون ضد طول بدون اي سبب بدون اي سبب واحده قاعده هنا الثاني ذاك قاعد في راسه هذول الماده دفنوا وين دي ما عارفها وين كانوا تردي جات اختي الان ما جات وبنات عمي الان ما جو ما عارف الحاصل عليهم شنو قاعدين مستنينا قتلوا كم نفر بعد ما طلعنا من الحله قالوا لنا في نسوان لقيناهم ميتين في الشارع نسوان ميتين ما عرفناهم من الحله او نازحين جايين من منطقه ثانيه وارهبوا الناس دي والناس دي تعبت تعب شديد في ناس ماتوا في الشارع في ناس ماتوا جوع عطش والله هذه ميليشيا مجرمه اجرام ما يعلم الا الله سبحانه. Okay. So I'll do a little translation for everything that was just said there. This wound is from them when they hit me. And it says here, survivors of an RSF massacre in Sudan tell the brutal stories that they encountered before escaping. They dragged me by my beard and put a gun to my ear. When my wife screamed, they hit her and pushed her away. They stole my 2 cars and a motorcycle. And then after all this, they came for my honor. They told me, "We want your daughter, and if you don't bring her to us, we will kill you." So I ran away with my daughter at night. They assaulted civilians in all kinds of ways. They used verbal assaults, looting, rape, and torture, everything. They got 4 people and made them stand in a row. 2 of them said, "We have money," so they let them go. The others in the row were killed without any reason. One of them was shot in the chest and the other in the head. We buried them inside a house. I don't know where my sister is. My family escaped except for my sister. My girl cousins have also not come. We don't know what happened to them. We are waiting for them. They killed countless people. While fleeing, we saw dead bodies on the ground. Women dead on the streets. We don't know if they were from our villages, or they'd been displaced to that area. They unleashed terror. They unleashed terror on these people. People are so tired. So many people died on the way, on the streets from exhaustion. People died from hunger and thirst. The UN says 14 million people were displaced since the conflict began, and have documented at least 400 cases of sexual violence. Human rights groups say women are opting for suicide to escape sexual assaults. Those who survived the attacks described it as a massacre. This is a criminal militia. No one knows they're evil but God. Yeah, so that's where that ends. Yeah, so that is a first-person perspective from the survivors of the RSF right now in Sudan. So it is a literal bloody mess.